One.
Welcome back to another episode of Smoke and Mirrors, the movie news podcast, hosted by Rob, Dave, and Triz. This is episode 97. We've scoured the web to bring you the latest in streaming, film, and entertainment news. How you guys going?
Good. Tired, but I'm good.
Yeah.
The move is killing me too. Like the strain on my body, I was just woke up like crumpled. Like I didn't even make it into bed. I just fell asleep on the couch. Like a chump.
I was
I was got that Fred Durst hat on there.
Phillies.
I don't know if it's Philly that usually. I think
No,
it's
no, no.
NY.
He's got. I think he's got a Detroit on his. What's his face? I was nearly there. I was like so close to just like fuck it. I'm gonna fall asleep on this fucking couch. Yesterday, but then up. I got up. Nice 45-minute like super hot shower
Jeez,
and just fucking crash, man.
it's just folded like an envelope into bed. All right, kicking off that news there. So, Universal had the distribution rights for the Hulk, right? And that distribution meant that Marvel wasn't going to make any standalone Hulk films because if they did, Universal would be the ones to distribute it. Therefore, giving them basically the cash for that. So eagle-eyed fans have found that 15 years later, the contract actually stipulated that Universal would only get those rights for 15 years. So now, Marvel is since June, Marvel is in a place where they can actually make standalone Hulk films without it going through the Universal banner.
Okay.
So Marvel held the rights, but Universal had the distribution rights. Because Marvel back then wasn't the studio that it is now that could distribute.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which means that there's plans for a Planet Hulk film.
Yep.
I think there was a Son of Hulk film, something like that, because they are ramping up for the new Avengers or the young Avengers. That's why there's always these sidekicks and shit in the shows and the movies and whatnot.
Yep.
So, I mean, that could be the direction that they're going in.
What's his face in She Hulk is the biggest sort of red flag for that because that ship that comes down is a ship from that planet where Hulk was
yeah
was held captive.
So apparently
that's where he supposedly goes back to.
Yeah, but apparently he has a son on Sakaar. Yeah.
Hulk was fucking, huh?
Hulk was clapping more than clapping all sorts of cheeks on Sakaar.
I know. Fucking intergalactic cheeks at that.
Hey, you know what? If it was good enough for Captain Kirk, it's good enough for the Hulk.
Oh, that man was discovering
the undiscovered country.
That country spelled C-U-N-T.
What do you call it? Aaron Taylor Johnson was once again speaking about his role as Kraven in Kraven the Hunter, as well as the movie coming out soon, and as well as his remarks on everything being shot on location. He said that because of Kraven, who he is, the persona that he is, as well as the story behind it that they have for this movie, it's the best thing in the world that they are shooting on location, which does make a difference in regards to everything. You get a lot more, stuff from actual on-shot location. And then he continued to say that Marvel had a stage look as well, which was fucking hilarious. Man just has jabs all day, eh? I work with Marvel now, fuck Marvel. So yeah.
Got nothing to say.
It's not like Craven's going to do anything.
Made
Craven's
one
movie.
movie.
Change the game.
He made one movie with the real Marvel, and now he's got fake Marvel in the background. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Makes Bullet Train David Leitch and then wants to be a mad cunt. Fuck out.
Even though he apparently is the standout. Like, I love Aaron Taylor Johnson.
As do I.
But
I don't like him in Marvel stuff.
No.
If he had done more, I think if he had done more as Quicksilver, that would have been a different universe.
Mm. I think I actually prefer the other Quicksilver to him.
Oh. That's a hot take for today, is it, champion?
It just gets
Both
kicked.
them silver-headed fucks. As I get
Yeah.
down on that Quicksilver bullshit. Okay, so Christopher McQuarrie was talking about the title of Mission Impossible, so Dead Reckoning. He was saying that the reason why it's part 1 and part 2 is they were originally going to call it the first part of it some weird sort of CIA sort of name, you know what I mean, for the title, and then it was always going to be Dead Reckoning for the second part of the movie. And then as they started shooting, he just decided, you know what, we can just change it to part 1 and part 2, and because the first title that they originally had made no sense to the second part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why they're going with Dead Reckoning, which to me is going to do what Top Gun did next year. That's what I think it's going to do, man. I think it's going to be the biggest Mission Impossible we've seen so far.
If they've started ramping up promo a year out,
they know what they've got.
A year out,
they know what they've got, man.
Like, there's going to be some cruise event that they're going to do. Eventual James Corden. Like, Cruise was everywhere. When Top Gun Maverick dropped, Cruise was everywhere.
Except here.
Yeah. Next year. Let's see. Let's see if he runs down the Opera House or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised, that man. Jeez.
So Damon Lindelof from Lost fame was kind of saying, like, yes, I'm going to show up for everything that Marvel does. The shows, the comics, the movies, the shorts, everything. But he said because of that saturation of that market, Marvel has become less special. And he says it'll probably be more special if they actually released less and kept fans kind of anticipating and waiting and speculating.
For me, I believe, wholeheartedly believe in that. I think the speculation and everything that was happening beforehand, before we were getting 5 shows and 4 movies a year, was so much more. You didn't see a complete picture of what they were doing and what they were going for and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I prefer the less is more approach.
Yeah. Iron Man 1 to Avengers 1 was a really good fucking period of time there in regards to movie releases where you had a bit of time to speculate.
Yeah. They were just better movies, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they took more time with it.
Yeah.
And they were hungrier then. They had something to prove. And now it's maintenance.
I feel like it's hard to keep up to date with all the Marvel stuff that comes out. Like, I still haven't watched that I Am Groot.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? And that's been out. And I kind of lose track of all the release dates. Whereas before, if there was only 1 or 2 Marvel movies coming out a year, I would know exactly when that shit was dropping. But now I'm like, oh wait, I think Wakanda Forever's this year. But I thought the Marvels was this year as well. But actually, it's next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it feels like ever since Marvel got adopted into the Disney fold, that's how it's been. Because Disney has a lot of spin-off shows that they do and everything. They even got that Olaf dude from Frozen, and he does his own renditions of Disney stories. So it's like random shorts and shit like that.
Yeah,
they're actually pretty fire though. They're really good. As enjoys.
We'll see how they go because I don't see Marvel slowing down at all.
No.
Like, this is it. They might even ramp up.
I think that's the plan. I think that's why we haven't got those. Was it 3 movies in phase, or 3 projects in phase 6 or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Or 7, whatever phase it is. I don't know phases.
Same.
Yeah. I think that there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Sticking with Disney as well. So Rogue One is getting an IMAX re-release on the 26th of August for one night only. So this is to spur on more for Andor, which comes out 4 weeks after that date on Disney Plus as well. So this should be pretty good. I'm hoping with the marketing that they did say Rogue One night only, because I'd be there for it. And as well as that, on the 23rd of September, we also have Avatar coming back out. So with that as well, they've removed it from Disney Plus altogether too. And that's to spur on marketing for The Way of Water. This all sounds all right though. Fucking hang for Rogue One. I didn't know it made a Billy.
Yeah,
At all.
I think it's the only spin-off to do that.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched it since the movies though. So I need to fucking watch that shit again.
I was missing out.
This is one of the one of the better spin-offs that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The characters are so much better.
That's
All right. So Cavill is back on set for The Witcher season 3. It looks like he's finished whatever game he was trying to, finish, or what sort of new PC he was trying to build. He is back. He's ready. It's so weird that they're still shooting this, because I was half expecting this to come out in the next maybe 3 months.
Isn't Blood Oranges supposed to come out?
So is that taking the spot this November?
Yeah,
right.
I'm pretty sure. And then they got another anime coming out.
Yep.
And then I'm pretty sure this is dropping next year, December.
Damn.
So a new season every 2 years, which is wild.
Just shoot 2 fucking seasons, mate.
Mate, The Matrix did it.
Give me a season in summer with them, and then at the end of the year, continue that season in fucking winter.
So you want 2 seasons a year?
They're shooting for 2 fucking years.
Fuck, the double season year, June and December. That'd be crazy.
Stranger Things prove that works.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was balling though. But that 2-year break made that show better.
Yeah. Maybe, I suppose, I don't mind. I don't mind waiting for The Witcher.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I just don't have too much faith in Blood Origins, but only because I don't know too much about it. But what is getting ready for a next year release date is The Boys season 4. So the actors were spotted on a plane getting ready to go to location,
flying to Canada
to shoot.
The bastards.
Which is crazy. It also means we're on track for that next season, and after the last season, I'm about it.
It's the last season?
3.
Third last?
I think they got plans up to season 5.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the second last season.
We reported on that a couple of months ago. Just in case, the audience forgot, maybe.
So in other news as well, Warner Brothers have been set by MGM to handle all of their international theatrical releases, which is fucking crazy. So that's all going to begin in November with Luca Guadagnino's Bones and All, and then following that will be Creed 3. But the only trade-off with that is that Bond still won't be released through Warner Brothers. They'll still be through Universal, as per their original agreement with them as well.
Wild.
Yeah. So we're going to get all of those international theatrics, including China as well, but then still nothing for Bond moving forward.
It's crazy that that distribution deals can be for a studio's whole slate, but also there's other distribution deals for select IPs within that studio.
Yeah.
It's just more money, man.
Yeah, it's all a money game.
Yeah, it all depends on what that IP sort of brings in, right? We know that Bond is going to make money. Yeah. Of course, Universal wants that property. Warner probably wanted it. Yeah.
Probably the reason why they initially took the deal, because when that Universal one slides off, maybe Warner can just clip straight in.
Yeah. Old Faithful is here.
That's right.
Come
And
on, baby.
that'll
You know,
also
I treat you right.
and that'll also be like the home video, physical media
Yeah.
distribution as well,
Yeah.
which probably isn't as big. But I'm surprised that Amazon hasn't themselves said we'll handle distribution theatrically.
Unless, because of them handling no time, maybe they'll be the next distributors for that after Universal.
I don't know.
True.
Amazon does not hold the rights to Bond. Amazon holds the right to MGM. Amazon holds the right to display Bond content on what's his face on their service. They do not own the rights to Bond.
That's right.
Barbara Broccoli still owns those rights, and she can choose wherever the fuck she wants to release them, which is why Universal still has the rights. That's why.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Barbara Broccoli doesn't fuck around. She knows that those movies make money at the movies more so than they do at home, more so than they would on a streaming service.
I wasn't saying that Bond should be released streaming.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
But like just like Amazon handling it
With the Amazon
theatrically.
banner?
Yeah.
That shit would look ugly as well. I hate the fucking Amazon banner. The
Yeah.
blue? I don't like the blue. It doesn't. It looks kiddie. Looks like Hasbro. Looks like Hasbro to me. When I see it, I'm like, no, that's Amazon. It's not Hasbro.
It kind of reminds me of, you know, the Michael Jackson Dangerous album. Where he's
Yeah.
got that like weird sort of film thing over.
Yeah.
It's just the fucking eyes it's just Bezos' eyes every time.
Shit. Young Bessie.
Diesel baby.
Young
Bad.
Bessie, baby.
All right. So Secret Invasion officially wrapped shooting. I always thought this was done already, to be honest. Sam Jackson's done 8 projects since they've announced this. Like, what's going on there? And Sam shoots fast. He doesn't fuck around.
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Big pause, actually. Hey, yo. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. This eye patchless fucking Sam Jackson.
Yeah. It's like Savage Jackson.
Yeah. It's like when he gets mad, he takes that eye patch off.
Fucking hell. Left eye's the sword, the right eye's the shield.
All right,
Nick Fury takes that eye patch off and he be fucking.
Puts it on the other person.
There's a fucking mirror on there. I like to watch myself, baby.
Johnny Depp is gonna helm a Modigliani biopic. So this is based on the play by Dennis McIntyre and adapted for the screen by Jerzy and Mary Kromolowski. So it tells the story of the Italian painter Modigliani, and he was a sculptor as well in Paris. So he was an Italian in Paris in 1916. So he was a critical and commercial failure, considered by himself. But the movie's going to show how he navigates turbulent and eventful 48 hours that becomes a turning point in his life. It's going to be like that, like, you know, the ticking clock type movie, which ultimately, like, by the end of it, it solidifies his like role in the pantheon of artistic legends. So Johnny Depp's going to start filming in Europe next year spring. So also producing with Depp is Al Pacino and Barry Navidi. Yeah, so he's got some backers there. People want this to happen.
Terrible. What do you say?
Nice. Very good. What do you call it? So Guillermo Del Toro. So we're talking about the Cabinet of Curiosities. I've just been fucking hanging for this shit. Anyone who didn't see the trailer, watch that shit. Fucking excellent. We finally got the release strategy. Normally with Netflix shows, you get them all one hit solid, like Sandman was just released, which was all 10 episodes. So they've now said over the Netflix and Chills event, which is happening coming close to Halloween, they're they're going to release this on the 25th of October, and they're going to have 2 episodes a night, and it's going to be 8 episodes total. So you're going to have 4 nights of horror. Fuck, I'm
Jeez.
excited for this, man.
Okay.
I like that. Like
Yeah.
this sort of event thing where they kind of run it through Halloween, where it's like a night you'll get this. It reminds me of those miniseries from back in the day.
Yeah, The Masters of Horror? Was that what it was called?
Yeah, that was fire.
Showtime, man. That shit was fire.
Showtime.
Really is no more fun and games for Del Toro, though. This shit looked mad. I didn't know that this was all practical effects and like no digital.
Yeah.
So this is relying heavily on makeup and practical. Fucking awesome.
I like that, man.
That's how horror movies
Yeah.
are supposed to be.
Mhm.
Fucking oath.
It doesn't look so funny then.
Yeah.
It always comes off as fake, even if the what's his face looks shit. The physical effects look shit. It still doesn't look fake. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like they could look terrible, but it doesn't look fake. CGI in horror films comes off as fake.
Yeah.
Takes you out of that bitch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And like with the lighting and stuff like that,
Yeah.
with a physical monster there done with physical makeup, it blends in so much better. The shots look better,
Mm.
and you can tell, like it's not. I don't know, like it's scarier.
It is.
Yeah.
I look at like we had that big rush of werewolf films in the early 2000s with Underworld and whatnot, right? And you can always tell the difference between the CG werewolf and the one that was actually on set.
Yep.
But then seeing all those CG werewolves and then watching a movie like Dog Soldiers, which came out just after fucking what's his face, and it's all physical and it's all practical. And yeah, sometimes the werewolves don't look as great, but man, the way they move, everything looks so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even, but it also changes the way that they need to shoot it. It's not like, okay, fuck it, we can just let them do whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no, we can only shoot it like this, and you have to think about it. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And if you kind of
Yeah.
break that down, the way that was kind of shot back in the day set the
Mm.
tone for horror movies, and
Yeah.
now like some of the shots that they have in horror movies just don't fit in with a horror movie.
no,
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna pan around 360 in a horror movie? I don't want to see
exactly.
that. I don't
Yeah.
want to see it.
Shit just doesn't look right
Yeah,
at all.
takes you
I
out.
think the best mix of like CG to physical that I've seen is something like you know how they do that CG into actual like shots like Blade 2 when he drops and shit like that. But even that is more fantastical, but still I'd
Mm.
prefer like an American Werewolf in London than something now.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So Universal Pictures have come through and said that already to date they've made $3 billion at the box office in 2022. They still have 4 months left, yeah,
Yeah.
of the year. But what do they have coming out though? That's the thing. I think Oppenheimer comes out when next year.
Next year.
There's nothing they have on the cards for the rest of the year.
True. I mean, they do have
No,
like
no, no, no.
WB distribution deals.
I think about it now. They've got Peacock.
Yeah.
They've got all their TV stuff that'll start coming. No.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills. Yeah. They got a bunch of stuff coming out for the rest.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a whole lot more money then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast X,
Mm.
Oppenheimer. Oh wait, no, that's 2023, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
that the cabin, shit like that.
Yeah.
All the good stuff will start coming out now.
The horror programming will start. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
So Shantaram, which we've previously reported on, starring Charlie Hunnam as Ozzy, will premiere on Apple Plus on the 14th of October.
About time.
Yeah.
They shot this movie when? In 2014 or something like that?
Jeez. Just had it in
been-
the can for 10 years, mate.
It's been like that, man. Like
Yeah.
it's something funny. I think 5 years or something they've had this movie.
Since 2019.
Yeah. Dave.
finally get to see it in October. Sounds alright.
It does sound
like
alright.
bit of a period piece as well.
It sounds pretty good.
I'm fucking here for it, mate. What do you call it? Vanity Fair was speaking with The Rock, and he was talking about how he's been attached to Black Adam since 2014 already, or even years prior to that. And when they first had the script, they were going to do Shazam as well as Black Adam together as two origin stories in one. And everyone was like, fuck yeah, this is great. Let's do this. This is going to turn out to be an awesome film. But then The Rock says himself, he was like, I just knew it in my gut that this wouldn't like work at all. It would be a complete disservice to Black Adam. But yeah, he was just like, it just wouldn't be right for Black Adam. It will completely overshadow his story and everything. So he told them, look, you guys go make Shazam, do that in any like tone you want, and then we'll do Black Adam separately as well. Now, it's been fucking years since Shazam now. And we're finally getting Black Adam. So I'm guessing he got what he wanted, but I'm still waiting to see more about Black Adam as well. I just want to go see it, to be honest.
It's funny that he makes a Black Adam movie, but then surrounds himself with Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Hawkgirl. You know what I mean? There's all these other players in there. So it's not just a standalone Black Adam film.
That's right.
So
yeah,
like what difference did it really make? Like if you had a Shazam and Black Adam film, which basically is the same synergy as the comics, their origins are intertwined. They do lead into each other. They are supposed to share the comic page and the screen together, essentially. So like, why change it? It's almost like I just wanted more money and more creative control. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. It sounds like The Rock's trying to make moves for himself.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just to fucking to keep himself relevant as well, and make sure the money goes into his pocket.
Yeah, which like I don't mind. Like that's what the business is. I mean, that was a businessman,
not a business man.
Let me handle my business. Damn.
He obviously just didn't like it.
Yeah,
he should have turned around and said he didn't like it then. Not give me this bullshit story.
But it might have been the dynamic that he also didn't like, that he would be playing the villain as opposed to the anti-hero, because he's big about it being the anti-hero.
Yeah, but it makes more sense. We haven't seen that where a villain has, he's been established as a villain and then just turned it all around. Not in this.
Not in like the comic book genre.
No.
Yeah.
We've seen that in movies, of course.
Yeah. Terminator.
Nux recently in fucking what's his face? Max in Fury Road.
That's like, within the same movie as well.
Within the same movie, yeah. Yeah. Well,
kind of Batman or Superman as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So the Continental, the John Wick prequel, has left stars for some reason. I don't know if and it's going over to Peacock, which is weird to me. So I don't know if does Universal own Peacock or does Universal own Stars or like what's happening?
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate owns Stars, yeah? Yeah, that's right. How do you just lose those rights then? Or did they buy them?
I'm pretty sure they bought them.
They bought them, sons of bitches.
Yeah.
But it's a Lionsgate property. Why is it for sale? You still have John Wick movies coming out under Lionsgate.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure like Lionsgate will still own the property for it.
But Peacock just got the distribution rights.
Yeah. And they might have an exclusivity window for, let's say, 5 years or something like that. They
should never let these studios make $3 billion in the first half of the year.
But it also means that they can stream the John Wick movies as well. So I don't know if that's Stars's Star's way of actually getting more exposure for these films.
Hmm.
Because Peacock's got a much bigger fan base and
They do,
install base than Stars does.
but
Which means that
Stars have their own app beat. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's not like they're a Sony or someone that doesn't have to go to someone to distribute their stuff.
Yeah.
Stars have the app. That's what sort of brings people and eyes to their content.
Yeah.
Every year 50 tells people when fucking power is not on Stars, delete your app and stop paying for it on cable. And every year people do that shit.
Which is probably why.
Yeah. 50.
Because that might not be the big enough draw. But also, they were saying that because it's moving to Peacock, Universal or NBC will put all of their money behind that to give it more exposure in the marketing side.
Yeah. I think they said it's still going to go ahead with the planned release plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be an hour every day or
Feature
whatever.
length.
A feature length. Yeah, a feature length. So it's
every
90
day or
minutes
every week or something.
every week, I think. Yeah.
For like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah. See, but again, like this is like sort of event, event sort of like television. If they had marketed on Stars as event television and you'd only be able to watch it here every week,
Yep.
that'd put eyes on their what's his face. It's funny.
Yeah.
Maybe I suppose marketing is more expensive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Than
And
making
the
a
money
show.
move. Like they just came out of the second quarter earnings call. You know what I mean? Earnings might have been down, so then to boost it up, they might have taken the deal.
Yeah, we take the money. That.
Yeah. Kenya Barris is going to direct the Wizard of Oz remake for Warner's.
Right.
Which will have, I'm guessing, a black lens to it.
We saw this movie already. It's
Wasn't
called
it
The Wiz.
with MJ, Diana Ross.
Diana Ross. Yeah. We saw this movie already. So what are they trying to make?
You know, I don't mind when movies do like a race cultural shift and add like another lens to it. But there's so many black stories that could be told, fantastical or not. Why choose to remake The Wizard of Oz? And you know what I mean? It's like reverse whitewashing, I feel. That's like, and that's not on a racist tip at all. I honestly think there's greater things that they could be making that isn't a white property. Like, make the next original fucking black Wizard of Oz that isn't the Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? There's other character journeys that could be made in a fantastical setting.
That's right.
Look at that fucking the something of water that David Oyelowo made. That's on Netflix. Who showed up for that? That was almost Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? Different enough. Like who watched that? No one talks about that shit. Could have been the Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? But it's using the name the Wizard of Oz to get that exposure. So I get it on both sides. Pause.
True.
And I just want that Will Smith movie to come out.
Which one?
One that Fuqua did.
Emancipation.
Yeah.
That's a story that we need. We need to see.
That's the story I want.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because people will gravitate towards that. Towards that story, and it's almost showing black trauma again and again, which I found like in Nope, they didn't show that.
Nope.
Like they didn't even show them mourning for their father.
Not at all.
Like it just jumps to 6 months later. You wouldn't have known. Anyways, we've done a Nope review. I won't bore everyone with the details again.
So we have a Saw film coming out. So it's been announced to be released on the 27th of October next year. Mark Berg and Oren Koulis was saying that, look, we've heard like all the reviews coming back and all of our aficionados and our Saw lovers out there, and we decided, fucking Kevin Gruter is the best person to give the reins to again. So this is the guy who did Saw 6 as well, which I think was the final chapter, or was that 7? That was 7, right? Yeah, that was
I have
7.
no idea. I lost count. When they called it the final chapter, you might as well have just called it Saw.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of. What do you call it? But yeah, so this will all be coming out 27th of October 2023. So this is all after Spiral happened and everything. They haven't given us any synopsis details, nothing in regards to that. We just know that, they're scheduling to drop sometime next year, October. So probably just expect a trailer, see something going down from there. But I don't know, with Saw, like when it just got too hardcore after 3, I was like, I can't do this, man. It's just like gore porn after that.
I gave up after 2.
I didn't even watch 2. I've seen Saw, and that's it. That's where the story ended for me.
Yeah.
Jigsaw is just out.
God. That would have been a mad ending if they just had it like that, though.
So it should be.
Yeah.
God. All right.
So,
go on.
I know. I was just going to say I didn't know it was Leigh Whannell that was in the bathroom there with him in the first Saw at all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Started at the bottom, now we're here.
The better director, in my opinion.
Mate, what else the ideas, man?
There, yeah, he is.
Fucking oath. He is the Invisible Man when he's in the backside. Pause.
Hey. Feel a thing.
All right, so Viola Davis has been cast as, I want to say, Volumnia Gaul.
Yeah, that's how I pronounced it.
That's how because it's not Volumina.
Nah.
It's Volumnia Gaul, who is a game controller in the new Hunger Games prequel. I don't get this. So what? I didn't see the first photo. What was it? She just got blonde hair or what?
Nah, it's Rachel Zegler, right? And she's normal. Looks like she's straight out of West Side Story.
Yeah.
But that Tom Blythe guy looks exactly like M in the Real Slim Shady music video.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You're right.
Exactly like Slim.
But yeah, so this Hunger Games prequel, they're casting up like a lot.
Yeah.
Like their cast is huge now.
Yeah.
And we've reported, I think, 4 weeks in a row of them casting people now.
Yeah.
There's a problem here.
You reckon? Why?
Yeah. Why? Because they need all this star power. When you need all this star power, for some reason, I think straight away, this movie's shit. The script is shit. Everything is shit, and it hasn't been done properly. And they need people to put asses in seats.
I think that's like one part of it, because the Hunger Games, by the end of it, was critically panned.
I haven't even watched the last Hunger Games.
Me neither.
Both parts or whatever it is.
I fell asleep in the last one.
And
that was
I thought Catching Fire was fucking boring, if I'm being honest. That was the second one. And then I watched part 1 of Mockingjay in the movies, and then just never watched part 2.
Like I didn't even enjoy the first one though, because I'm like, this is Battle Royale. Like I've seen this already.
Yeah.
And it's been executed so much better when I did see it. So why would I watch this?
Yeah. I feel like that with a lot of movies. I've seen this concept before, but it's the execution of it that'll keep me there and like waiting and sort of open to what's going to hit next. Or like a cool character or something, because that's just mad. He's like just subverts the whole movie to him being like a mad cunt.
Yeah.
Just sells.
Come on, Marge. The guy in the white suit hasn't done anything.
Exactly. But I think for this, it's almost like, okay, one aspect is we're gonna cast up because that's the thing, right? But I think now the Hunger Games has been built up because it earned over $1 billion. This
Mm.
franchise has earned that much that they're backing it so hard.
Mm.
Like, can you imagine having this property sitting there and then they went, oh, imagine if we had a prequel and then the original author has to write a prequel book to make
Snap
it
to it.
seem legit? It does
Jesus.
feel like a cash grab though.
Yeah.
The whole thing feels cashy.
Admittedly,
Yeah.
they made a second battle royale movie, and it was good.
Yeah.
But this doesn't feel like that, man.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. What do you call it? There was that Korean movie that came out. I forgot what it was called, but it was just the prisoners on the island as well. This was like 2017 or some shit. That shit was better than this.
The Condemned with Steve Austin.
No, this is a straight foreign film.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I
shit
was,
was cool though.
I was catching that on SBS World Movies.
Fuck, I forgot the name of it, but it was cool. It was cool.
Let no know when you come back. So years after being disrespected at the Oscars, Sasheen Littlefeather has finally gotten an apology from the Academy for how the crowd treated her during that speech, where she walked up to go get that award from Marlon Brando, right, for Best Actor for The Godfather, only to have big boos and people hissing at her and fucking John Wayne almost trying to rush the stage to go remove her.
Jesus.
So she powered through it all, got that speech out, and basically exited the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Years in between that time, she's actually been part of the academy in another capacity. I think it was like cultural um
Director or something
yeah.
like that. Yep.
So she's actually played a role, and after years of basically not hearing anything from the academy, which is wild that she worked for them, yeah, they've gotten back to her and basically just given her her dues.
So we expecting the Academy to apologize to Chris Rock for what they did 53 years later. Is that what we're doing? 53 fucking years?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What was crazy is that the Academy knew that they were going to give that Oscar to Will Smith, right? So they gave him the option to stay. He should have been escorted out.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
And they should have just said, and Will Smith won the Oscars. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Just shut that shit down. Or just moved on to the next and just skipped.
But straight to the best picture. That's what
Yeah.
that's what it should have been.
Yeah, because they kind of gave him a platform at that point to justify what he did.
That's right.
But I mean, it's months on.
Yeah. Yeah, we done with all that.
Alrighty. So, some of the most fucking exciting news. After fucking, I don't know how long waiting for this shit, Top Gun Maverick is officially getting our home release dates. Thank fucking God. So, it's going to get a digital release on various platforms starting from the 23rd of August. But for anyone looking to actually get this on 4K or anything like that, it's November 1st for the physical. But fucking 2 more days, man. 2-3 more days, and we get that shit digital. And it's going to be fucking excellent.
Fuck yeah. Also confirmed, IMAX scenes have been added back into the film as well. So the aspect ratio will change, and you'll see what we couldn't see in Sydney because there's no fucking IMAX here.
Yet.
Even though, everyone with a projector hates that. Like everyone with a projector hates that because the aspect ratios change, and if you've got a 16:9 screen and you've only got a 2.35 screen or whatnot, fucks your shit up. Yeah, they hate that. you have to buy this other thing to, you know, put onto your projector to keep the aspect ratios the same. It's another $3,000.
Fuck.
If you bought a projector, you can pay the extra 3K. I'm
Mm.
enjoying that vaccine, and what's going to take it from me? Release due next, you cowards.
But yeah, I can't wait for this, man.
Same.
Cannot
yeah.
wait. This is my shit. This is the best movie I've seen this year. I don't think anything's beaten this. Avatar's not beaten this. Like, pause. Yeah.
Beat it.
Badly.
Beat it.
But yeah, moving on to our next piece of news. So we got our very first trailer for Wednesday, which is the Addams Family spin-off there. Fuck, this was fire.
Yeah, this looks
I was
alright, man.
really, really into this. This came out of nowhere. Like, I was expecting a real dog when I, like, you know, fucking Wednesday. Who fuck wants to see that? And then
Yeah.
this bitch is throwing fucking piranhas in the pool and everything. And, you know,
Yeah.
it just turned. Shit went left, like, straight away. I was like, what's going on here? I like the look of it. It looks really clean. It's the sharpest Netflix movie I've seen. And just the colors. It's a color scheme. It's probably what it is. The blacks and whites and whatnot.
Yeah.
We get to see Morticia. We get to see who's played by, what's her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones. We get to see what's his name? The dad. Gomez, played by Louis Guzman.
Yeah.
We don't get to see Pugsley.
Yeah.
We hear about him, and we haven't seen Uncle Fester yet.
Yeah.
I don't know who's playing Uncle Fester though.
It's like they're saying just watch the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Should be Billy Sadler. God damn it, that's should be Uncle Fester.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty fire.
He's
casting.
old enough.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I don't know if anyone can take the flame away from Christopher Lloyd though.
No.
That man fucking
Never.
killed it as Uncle Fester.
You could never.
No. But are they're older in this one though, because Gomez and whatnot look older.
Yeah.
So maybe what's his face is coming back.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Heavily makeup, of course, but
yeah,
maybe he's coming back.
I don't know if Lloyd can move like he used to. You know what I mean?
True.
I
doesn't have that bop anymore.
Nah, I don't got the bop.
No, the pep in the step is eliminated, but he's got the actual hunch in real life.
The Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power show will officially debut in the US at 9 p.m. on the 1st of September. Simultaneously in the UK and Australia, because it's time zone wise, it's a day later. In the UK, it's dropping at 2 a.m. and in Australia, it's dropping 11 a.m. So that's 2 episodes straight up. And then we got news that the Lord of the Rings has a new franchise owner, right? And that franchise owner is planning a lot of new things. So while Amazon still have the rights to make this show and really to break even, they got to make it for the next 10 years. This new owner wants to make spin-offs on Gandalf and Gollum and Eowyn and Arwen and Legolas and every person as a movie. So we're already getting the War of Rohirrim from Warner Brothers. We're getting this show from Amazon. We're going to get new spin-offs from this company. And I think the thing that most people who are a fan of Tolkien will get the shits at is that they're also planning new books. To me, really... and we've talked cash grab this whole episode.
Yeah.
This, to me, is the biggest one because they've had so many years of established books, animated movies, full-on trilogies for both The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, now a show, games, and for them to come in now and just go, well, we're going to build off that, and chances are it's going to be a cash grab. You're not going to like it, which is how cash grabs usually end.
And it usually ends with the people, doing the cash grab losing the rights.
Yeah.
That's usually how this goes. So they can spend all this money, go bankrupt, lose the rights, and be fucked. Like that's all that's gonna happen.
And probably also be down like $2 billion or
Easily.
however much they paid for the rights.
Yeah. Easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who the fuck sold these rights? The
I don't know.
Tolkien,
I think it was straight from the Tolkien estate.
Tolkien estate is they know what they're doing.
Mm.
You realize those rights are going to revert back once they stop making money and stop making projects. The reason why they have to greenlight all these projects is because of the pay or play deal.
Mm.
Know what I mean? So if they don't say make a project for the next 2 years or something, 4 years, they lose those rights. That's what happened to Warner.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Warner having their own fucking, streaming service, even when they only had HBO, would have said, fuck yeah, we want to make a Lord of the Rings bloody TV show. Let's do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. These guys are going to fuck this up. They're going to saturate the market, and people aren't going to want to watch any of this bullshit or read their shitty books.
Yeah. I think there's a big, like, really bad opportunity for reputational damage.
Yeah. This is trash, man.
But I watched that first trailer come out, and then I was be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Gandalf looks kind of bad. See him like lacing up his wrestling boots and shit, putting on the cloak, the
Jesus.
ass shot. Woof.
Jesus. Pulls
Jesus,
that fucking
Ash.
staff out his ass.
Fucking hell. I'm not looking forward to any of that shit.
That
Not
shit is
at
fucking
all.
trash.
Yep.
Yeah. 1000%. Fucking hell. It just makes me so mad. What do you call it? Onto a sadder note, we have to give a rest in peace to Wolfgang Peterson. Wolfgang passed away at the age of 81 due to pancreatic cancer. The solace of that was that he passed away with his loving wife holding him after their 50 years of marriage, Marie Antoinette. Wolfgang himself, best known for his debut film of Das Boot, the fucking submarine epic. He continued on. He made The Neverending Story, and I always name my horse Artax in Red Dead 2 because of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, we had Enemy Mine, In the Line of Fire. We got the mad get off my plane line from Harrison Ford in Air Force One. We got Poseidon. We got Troy, where we saw that even if you smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day, you can still get hench as fuck. Thank you to Brad Pitt. We also got The Perfect Storm as well. Fucking Wolfgang Peterson had a very, very big fucking filmography under his belt prior to him passing. And everyone will remember Wolfgang Peterson for his films.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking rest in
Man.
peace. He's succeeded by his wife, his son. He also had 2 grandchildren, so you got to see some of his legacy grow up as well. So condolences to them and much love moving forward as well.
People slept on Enemy Mine. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was panned.
Slept
Enemy
on it.
Mine and fucking Shattered.
Sickens me. People want to say they like
Enemy Mine
movies.
is so fire. Yeah, if you really think about it, Enemy Mine is the first sort of gay alien movie.
That's true.
They I mean they're not together, but I mean they're enemies that crash land together. They have to take care of each other. He ends up fucking raising this man's son that he has.
Yeah.
He goes wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's a fire movie.
You know
Yeah.
how good that movie is?
Fucking hell. And it's like zero action.
No.
Like very
No.
little action.
That
Like,
was a
if you
talkie.
loved Star Trek, the original series, like you should have watched this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It should be bigger than it is right now. Like it should be part of the convention circuit.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about that. You
Yeah.
motherfuckers out there don't want to talk about enemy.
I got time for Enemy Mine.
All right. So De Niro and Barry Levinson teaming up again for a movie called Wise Guys. So this one, De Niro is going to be playing two mob bosses, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're,
They brothers.
can't be brothers.
It's weird.
It's not, because he's playing Vito Genovese and he's playing Frank Costello, which were two different mob bosses. So unless he's going to be heavily make-upped up for one of them, maybe
Yeah.
to play the different, because one of them puts a hit out on the other one.
Yeah.
Genovese put a hit out on Costello that failed. They talk about it at the start of What's His Face. Analyze this.
That's right. And
Genovese, when Vito Genovese put that hit out on Frank Costello and missed. You see him come out with the What's His Face. He's all wrapped up in bandages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually Frank Costello. They look very different though, so that's why I'm saying it's weird that he's going to play two.
Yeah, there must be an angle.
Yeah, there has to be.
Unless it's someone else telling the story and he's
Mm.
like what they're showing you is him in both situations.
Which
I
is
don't know.
cool. It sounds
Different.
cool.
Yeah.
It sounds different. I'll definitely watch this.
Yeah.
We got Nicholas Pileggi, writing it.
That's all I needed, really.
So
I think for me, I'm more excited about Pileggi over De Niro, over Levinson even.
Yeah, actually,
I'm not.
would have
I'm
been
not mad
cool
at it.
if What's His Face could come through for this. It's a wonder Scorsese isn't producing this as well with them.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah.
is. He's just not named. Not
True.
yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So Marky Mark is developing a film called A Family Plan. So it's about a suburban dad, and he's got to take his family on the run when his past catches up to him. So history of violence, almost.
Yep.
But like the run version.
Yeah, except he takes his family instead of leaving them there.
Yeah, almost like Mosquito Coast meets History of Violence.
That's right.
So Simon Kellen Jones, who just did Years and Years, and worked with Wahlberg on Arthur the King, is directing, and David Cogshell, who wrote Orphan First Kill, which is coming out soon. We've also got a competition running for Orphan First Kill in Australia. If you want to be one of the first to watch it, you've got a double pass with your name on it. Just head to Instagram and find out, baby.
That could be your name there.
So he penned the script. It sounds all right. Sounds all right.
Yeah.
I find Wahlberg's been consistently putting out product every year. There's a Wahlberg project every year.
He said he's getting older now and wants to disappear soon.
So this is him building the bank up.
Building a bank up so he can spend more time with his kids is what he wants to do.
I would do the same thing.
Which is fire.
Yeah.
He's looking big though. He's looking lean, but he's looking big. Got some fucking guns on him, the cunt.
Does he?
Yeah.
What's he got in the pipeline though?
I don't know.
Or is this just the Father Stu glow up?
I'd say so. But he was jacked even before then.
True.
Right? That Kevin Hart movie shot after Father Stu, so he had to be he's big. You see him with like just Nikes on in there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Huge. So Scott Derrickson was talking about the Black Phone and talking about the fucking success of that film. And he made that film off 18 million, and now it's continued to make 170 to 180 million moving forward. What Derrickson was saying was that there's a lot of like pressure being put on the idea of a fucking sequel for this movie,
Ugh.
and there could be a possibility for it. Fucking, I don't know where they're going to take it if they do, like, if we get the news that, yep, Black Phone 2 is happening, Black Phones is occurring or some shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fucking, this should not happen at all. This movie is perfect as a one and done. We
Yeah.
get the full story that nothing else needs to happen after it. I mean, where are they going to take this?
The only way that I can see this moving forward or actually getting a sequel is if it's anthological. So it's the same situation. Kid gets kidnapped, but there's like spirits that contact him through some form of communication. I don't know. Like maybe it's like a toy phone or something, and it's a really young kid.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I wouldn't want to see it. I don't want to see a sequel.
Me neither.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll put that right up front. This
the
movie was
only
good
way-
the way it is.
For me, the only way I think this works is if it's a prequel.
Yeah,
That's the only way.
that's true.
So give us, I don't know, maybe the original grabber was a fucking someone that was grabbed as well. Pause.
Okay.
Yeah. Give us
Yeah.
that story. And then he like got out of there.
Yeah.
And because they say in the movie that he was always fixated with that phone as well.
Yeah. And he like heard it ring.
That's right. So that's how we do that. Cut the check, whoever's fucking is.
Derrickson, I know you're
Probably
fucking
like,
listening. What do you
Yeah.
call it? Yeah.
For me,
I'm
that's the only
like-
way.
Yeah. Can you imagine if this movie ended with Mason Thames picking up the phone and it was Ethan Hawke on the phone? Because he died in that room as well.
That'd be cool.
That would have been fucking, yeah. I'd be in for it. Because there's
Be
no way
weird.
he's getting out of there. That man's was dead. He was
Yeah.
finished.
Hmm. All right. So we got our first look at Matthew Fox's Last Light. Right. So it's based on Alex Scarrow's and Mark's Lost. Yeah. Alex Scarrow's novel. He's back working with what's his face? Lost Stars in this one.
Mm.
After he said he was retired.
Yep.
But he's obviously not.
No.
Actors can't retire. I don't know why they do this shit.
Yeah. They just say, I want to take a break. Done.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Cool. What's his face said he was taking a break? Spider-Man 2. What's his name?
Garfield?
Garfield said he was taking a break. Garfield has projects coming out very soon. Again.
Cool. Unless he had them all in the can. Ready to
I
go.
doubt it. He said after he shot what's his face Under the Banner, like that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this one, Matthew Fox is a petrochemical engineer. He's got a wife played by Joanne Froggatt, and he's got 2 children. While he's on a business trip in the Middle East, figures out, hey, the oil supplies is running out.
Yeah.
And it's compromised. And much like we saw, it's going to throw society into chaos. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I didn't watch this trailer. It's TV.
The chaos definitely ensues. But what you see Matthew Fox, who's like a petrochemical engineer, right?
Yeah.
Very specific about that role. But for some reason, he's like taking guys on hand-to-hand combat. He's shooting guns and shit like that. So I was like, this seems a bit too extreme for my liking, and it just seems out of character. But who knows? Maybe he has like a CIA background. I don't fucking know. But Jack and Hagar showed up. The guy that guy from Game of Thrones and Stranger Things for. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice, but yeah, I probably won't tune in for this one and wait for the old critics to Let her know no.
Yeah.
So Bert and Birdie, who just directed Hawkeye, are taking on another Disney property. So they're looking to make a film out of another theme park ride called Big Thunder Mountain Ride, which is basically it was set in the 60s, and then they find gold in this town, and then the ride basically shows that they're riding through, then they find gold, and then what happens to the town. No details other than that exist. I'm not expecting there to be like anything crazy about it. Maybe it'll be more like the Lone Ranger, where they're looking to just get the gold and have the action spectacle behind that.
Fuck
Yeah,
no.
it's not exciting.
Fuck all them. I love that Lone Ranger movie.
I got to give it another watch. I watched it like in like 4 parts.
I like that movie.
Yeah. So we have Jordan L. Sass, who was playing Clark Kent and Lois Lane's firstborn in the Superman and Lois show. He's actually exiting the role, and the role itself will be recast. Now, from the news, they were saying there was nothing on set that occurred, nothing like that. It was just more so due to personal issues, which he was dealing with some serious personal issues that could be related to mental health as well. So he's decided to just say, hey, I need some time. I need to leave for a little bit. And this is after their 3rd season. Todd Helbing, who's the showrunner, just said, hey, look, we're still going to continue on with the character of Jonathan Kent, but it will be recast moving forward as well. And we're looking to introduce him into more aspects of the role, as well as the story. I've actually never watched the show altogether as well, so I'm not too sure about anything, if I'm being honest.
Me neither.
We're not old enough to be watching the CW.
What's the average age of watching is 58 or something?
58, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not old enough yet. Yeah. All right. So Aubrey Plaza says that she would be down for playing Lara Croft. So this started with the posters coming out for, was it Emily the Criminal? Is the name of her new movie that's coming out. Edgar Wright seeing the poster and obviously not reading anything above it, just looking at Aubrey, messaging Aubrey and saying, "Oh fuck, I can't believe you've been cast as a new Lara Croft. This is the best thing in the world." And she was like, "No. That's for Emily the Criminal." But yeah, I don't mind Aubrey Plaza as a new Lara Croft. That'd be cool. I don't know how they're going to reinvent the character now again after they reinvented it before. It should really just be a sequel, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah. I would rather them just do the sequel. Aubrey Plaza, I'd need to hear the accent. That'd seal the deal.
I keep on forgetting that Lara is English, eh?
Yeah. I'd need to
I'm
hear
English. I'm sorry.
So Nicholas Hoult, Ving Rhames, Cecily Strong, and Hannah Waddingham have joined the animated Garfield film, which is on track for a 2024 release, I believe. Yeah, cast just keeps on growing.
True. So the Hellraiser movie that's happening at Hulu, it's officially been rated and it's been given an R for strong, bloody horror violence and graphic nudity. So it looks like they're sticking true to the fucking roots from the 87 version, but we'll see how we go. I mean, with Barker producing, that man's is probably just all over the set, just like, we need more sex, goddammit! Show me skin!
Or no skin.
Or
no skin.
True, yeah, true. Give me muscles.
Ew. All right. So Mads Mikkelsen said that, he thinks that Johnny Depp could return or may return to the Fantastic Beasts franchise. He said if they do make another one, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen, given the box office that, the third one made, or
Yeah.
didn't make, I should say. Um, yeah, he said he wouldn't mind if Johnny Depp came back and did them things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would have been stressful for him to step into a role he didn't
of
create
course.
and then just do something different with it. And then
Hmm.
the third movie bombs, and he's like, okay, cool. No
Yeah.
one liked that. So let's move on. Johnny, you can have it back if you like.
But Mads is cool with that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, shit happens.
Yeah.
I got
It's right
paid.
on.
I don't care.
I also love how factual he was. He's
Mm.
just like, he was cleared of all those things. Like every other act is like Chris
Mum's the
Tucker
word.
when it goes to him after Kanye gets his line off. We got our first look at the greatest beer run ever, which I didn't expect to be good, but fuck, this looks
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it does.
Directed by Peter Farrelly, which looks like a really good return to form for him after Green Book, which is a bit
God.
problematic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just a little.
Stars Zac Efron, got Bill Murray in there, and it's got someone else in there. It's like fucking fire as well. But it tells a story about this guy who wasn't drafted to go to Vietnam, doing nothing with his life, and he's just kind of existing. And he decides that he's going to take 2 cases of beer over to Vietnam and go take it to his friends, go give them each a beer during the war, which is wild.
Mhm.
And it looks like, while, yes, they're going to kind of show you a bit of everything in the movie. Russell Crowe is the other O. He plays a war photographer.
Yeah.
While they're going to show you the war, it's also going to be about these very human connections that he tries to make.
Mm.
I find with this war, there is no good and bad at all, and the only way that you can depict it is like the connections that had to be made during that time and the guys serving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Mm.
Bill Murray with that accent
Yeah.
is amazing, and his hair is unstoppable in that movie.
That buzz
Shit
cut is
is
beautiful.
bulletproof, man.
Jeez.
Fucking
It's
hell.
like it's like the white version of a high top fade. It's crazy.
Probably call that shit the high top Caesar over there. So we got so David O. Russell's Amsterdam movie, the one with Christian Bale, J.D. Washington, and Margot Robbie. That was meant to come out on the 4th of November, and it's actually been pushed earlier to the 7th of October. So we'll be seeing that a lot earlier in theaters coming to us.
Okay. All right, so we got some bike riders casting, of the bike riders, I should say. This is the one that we reported on 2 weeks in a row now. Boyd Holbrook, Michael Shannon, Damon Harriman.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
They're the bike riders.
they're the bike riders.
Enola
Hey.
Holmes is going to get a 4th of November premiere on Netflix,
Hmm.
the sequel.
Is that...
Nice. Ming-Na Wen was at the Fan Expo in Boston, and from what she was saying, she wasn't too sure if a second season of Bob was going to happen or not, but she was hoping for it. She's very hopeful for a second season of Boba Fett. She said she never counts her chickens before they hatch, because in this business you just never know. But knock on wood, they'll be announcing that soon.
All right, so Matthew Orton is going to write Chad Stahelski's new film called Shibumi. Yeah, it's about an assassin that, grows up an assassin, essentially trained to be an assassin, goes out.
Ninja Assassin.
Essentially.
The Shy is going to get a 6th season, just got a renewal after a 20% audience growth in their 5th season.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a big fucking
Jesus.
growth, especially for a 5th season, because by then you've already got the baked in audience.
Yeah, but
it usually sees a decline, but this actually went up.
Yeah.
Lena Dunham's doing some big things. Is Lena Dunham?
Wait.
Lena Waithe. How could I fuck that name up? She's killing it.
Definitely. Ryan Gosling is going to be joining Margot Robbie in the Ocean's 11 prequel movie as well. So this is going to be set in the same time as the Soderbergh one in 2001. No,
It's the same universe.
same universe. Yeah,
But it's legit a prequel in like the 60s, the late 60s though.
Yeah.
Which, like, this is the best idea that they've had for this franchise.
Mm.
You think it's Danny and what's his face's parents?
Ooh.
If it is, that is fucking fire.
Yeah, Danny
I'm
and
in.
I don't know what Sandra Bullock's character's name was.
Yeah,
That'd be fire. Actually,
that would be sick.
Yeah,
And just that time period, because it's almost like James Bond then.
Mm.
I like this.
So do I. It's cool
Yeah.
because it makes it doesn't have to it sort of makes the movie be less high tech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
cool. I like that sort of thing. You have to really use your brain to sort of steal stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, so there's a Days Gone movie that's gone into development. Sam Heughan is going to play Deacon Saint John. And Sheldon Turner is going to write the script. So Days Gone is basically it's a zombie survival game on the PlayStation 4 and 5. It wasn't too bad. I always thought that this movie would always be this game would always be a better like TV show or movie.
Yeah.
Than a game. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm there for it. Elijah Wood has joined Yellow Jacket season 2. The talent just keeps growing on this season. I can't wait for it, man. I can't fucking wait.
Should be good. Mari Yamamoto, following her role in Pachinko, is staying with Apple and is going to be joining the Godzilla and the Titan series. Godzilla and Titan series, sorry.
Nice.
All right, so Salma Hayek has joined Black Mirror season 6. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine seeing Salma Hayek in Blacked?
Mate, it'll be the best watched, most watched episode. So Netflix is putting up another basketball doco called The Redeem Team. So this one is about the 2008 team that went to the Olympics.
Yep.
And after winning bronze at the previous Olympics, because a lot of the talent pulled out, they came in to win the fucking gold. Now, this team was headed up and captained by Kobe Bryant. You had Dwayne Wade in there. You had all these fucking key players, which now, like, you look at them and they're all legends and superstars.
Fucking oath. Do you know how good this team was? Mate.
Steph Curry in this team, or was that a bit before his time?
Maybe before, but I know LeBron's in this team.
Yeah. Which, if they have captured the dynamics between Kobe and LeBron, because LeBron would have taken a lot of that when he went to the Lakers.
No, Steph Curry wasn't in you.
I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's fucking unreal.
That is dropping the 7th of October.
Fucking A.
Be there for that. I'll watch that one for sure.
Be present, motherfuckers. So the Ferris Bueller's Day Off spin-off, now titled Sam and Victor's Day Off, is in development at Paramount. And we're going to have the Cobra Kai team actually producing this as well. So this is following Sam and Victor, who were the two valets who fucking took Cameron's dad's Ferrari for a mad joyride in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So I'm fucking hanging for this shit, man. It should be good.
Stole that movie.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Jeez.
All right, I hope it starts off with them going over that hill.
All All right, so there is supposedly a Ally McBeal sequel series planned. It's going to be written and executive produced by Karen Gist. It's going to follow a young black woman who joins the current incarnation of that law firm from the original series. And it's supposedly she's the daughter of Renee Roddick, who was played by Lisa Nicole Carson in the original. That's all we know.
Cool. So Ezra Miller. It looks like Warner finally chose which option that they were going to go with out of the three. Behind door number 1. So we have Ezra Miller, who finally came out and apologized for their actions. So they've issued a statement and they've said, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. I don't believe you, Ezra. I'm sorry.
Neither.
Do I?
We don't believe you. Your move's too feeble.
Mm-hmm.
This...
You need more people.
Oh, he's got WB backing him now.
God.
They've done a lot, Ezra Miller. And I don't know if we kind of need this person in acting.
No, I don't need this person to be a star.
Yeah.
I don't need him to make any more money. I believe he should have been cancelled long time ago because the shit that he's doing is fucking, it's he's not just hurting himself, he's actually going out there and hurting actual people.
Yeah.
Other people. You know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake, man.
Yeah.
He should have been put away fucking long time ago.
It's crazy that they say, I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset. You did a lot more than that, motherfucker.
Exactly.
There was like people getting their heads busted, their homes wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be alarmed and upset if that happened. I'd be traumatized.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like this feels like a downplay statement.
Mm-hmm.
And a band-aid solution. And it also just gives them an out to kind of go, well, now I'm just gonna go and lay low until the film comes out and do my healing.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't reached out to help heal those people that you've alarmed and upset. Yeah, just feels like dog shit to me.
This obviously, he didn't write this. Obviously, someone wrote this for them.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
And just on another layer, on a deeper, darker, it almost feels like they get away with it because they're part of the LGBTQ plus community.
That's right.
And that's the reason that they haven't been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the LGBTQ plus community at all's doing. It's them hiding behind that shield.
That's right.
Anyone else would have got canceled.
Yeah. Anyone else would have it would have been done. They would have canceled this film. They would have done everything.
Yeah.
They would just move straight on to reshoots.
Yeah. Because it's funny. Like, Kevin Spacey did what he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did some dirtbag shit. Allegedly. And then came out as gay after that. But if he was gay before that, what would the outcome have been? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wrap on all the news. And fuck, we had a lot.
Yeah, we did actually. It's one of our longer episodes.
It is, yeah. Sorry, Joe Rogan. gonna have to give up that number one spot now. Just quickly, so Rap Shit was fire. I liked it. A lot of story progression in this one leaves the stars in a very different place. And the next episode is going to be really interesting. Like it's the rebuild episode, like putting everything into focus, putting the focus on the craft, which I like. Reservation Dogs was an extremely sad, somber episode with a family member lost, but it gave you so much insight into that Native American tradition that they have, where everyone kind of comes over and they support the people that they have there. It's almost like a big family kind of lunch where they all prepare, they all help, they all, yeah, it was beautiful. Westworld finally ended. You up to date with Westworld? Will you meet me at the summit? Dog. Can I talk it, or you want me to keep it?
Talk about it, Pete. Doesn't stop me from watching it.
So by the end of this episode, it is legit a whole new world. So we found out before that Dolores, Chrissy, was not in the same world. She was almost in the Sublime. She was in the Sublime, right? But she was unaware that she was in the Sublime and the creative control that she had. In this episode,
that makes sense now.
And that's why Teddy's there.
Well, it also makes sense what he's looking for at the start.
Yeah.
And why he wants it. Beautiful. All right.
Now, you find out in this episode that everyone around her she created to keep her focused on her job. It was almost like she was derailing herself. Okay, so there's that, right? But on the other side, in the real world, you had Bernard and you had Maeve, and they were trying to take down Charlotte and William. Remember? So William basically goes off the rails, and he changes everything so that everyone's got like free control. And he said the person that wins is the last man left standing. So everyone's just killing each other. Fuck. So that's William's world that he wants to create. And it's just carnage. William's coming through, he's like clocking everyone, shooting everyone down. And eventually, Charlotte then like wins because Bernard had placed a gun in an earlier episode. And because he knows the future, right?
Yeah.
So he placed the gun there, and she kind of like said, all right, it's done with, pulls the gun out and takes William down.
Blam.
And they're at that dam thing?
Yep.
They're at that dam because William wants to shut the Sublime down. He said, there's no escape. You're staying in this world and we're killing each other. That's my future. Right? And this is going on basically all around the world because it's all machines all around the world. But Charlotte has a change of mind because she knows that the only way her people can live on is through the Sublime. So if they shut it down, everything's gone. Because at this point, all sentient life on Earth is basically dead. So Charlotte wins. She opens up the Sublime, and she gives Dolores full control. Charlotte stands by the bay and basically crushes her pod thing that's in her head. So Charlotte's gone, dead. So's William. So's Bernard. So's Maeve. Dolores has full control. And then Dolores says, we have time for one last game. And she creates the old Westworld. She said, because now there's the one last chance at self-awareness and consciousness. So she's creating the maze again.
Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah. And like in true Westworld fashion, it closed the loops and then started a new one. And you were just like, I need that new season.
You give me what I want.
It was fucking fire. I really enjoyed the season. It felt like there was less downtime than season 3. I think it was less confusing than the Rehoboam sort of like fuckery that kind of went on in season 3. But yeah, I think season 4 is a return to return to form. But season 5 is going to be that motherfucker that just wakes people up.
Mm.
So I'm excited how she's going to do that because she's essentially God now and she's aware.
Yep.
So what's she going to do? And when you seen Sweetwater
Whatever
come
she
back
wants.
up and the old school music start playing, mate, it's like she just threw me that she rolled over that tin. Just picked it up. All right, which brings us to She-Hulk. Episode 1. I know that there's reviewers out there. They got 4 episodes and they can kind of see basically half the show or a third of the show as it stands. It's a 30-minute comedy from Marvel starring Tatiana Maslany, Bruce Banner, what's his name?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. That's kind of all you've seen this episode. And they step you into what happened, how she gets the powers. Then it goes into the training, which was, I think, the strongest part of the show. There's the fourth wall breaks in there where she looks at the camera and kind of says something. But the thing that kind of brings down the show is the amount of womansplaining they do. Bruce, you don't know what it's like to be like catcalled at and to have someone like go for your job and to do all this. And while I'm here for stories about the struggles that women have to go through, I thought it was too much of a concentrated dose that it kind of took you out of it. It felt very pandering and agenda driven, and I didn't feel like Bruce was the one to say that to.
No.
Yeah.
Especially when he's coming from the intention of I'm trying to part ways with these skills and give it impart it onto you so that you then have those skills to deal with what you need to in the real world. And for her to go, I've already got these skills. That's why I'm already there with it. You know what I mean? I'm killing it. And yeah, while I like the character, I like She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. And yeah, I just didn't think that Bruce Banner was the one to kind of go off on.
How hard could her life really be? She's a lawyer. She's perceived as white in America. She's doing quite well for herself. How hard could her life really be? Not that hard. She's basically at the top of the fucking food chain. She's white and she's a woman.
She does talk about the catcalling, and she talks about a man trying to get her job at work, which I was like, it just felt really concentrated.
That's all bullshit though.
It feels like this show is probably 5 years too late.
Yeah.
For that commentary.
Yeah.
Like the world has changed from there.
We just watched Prey with a female lead in it. That didn't bring up any of this bullshit.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Or how they dealt with it was different.
Yeah. She proved herself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
She broke
show you what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she put the work in. She didn't want it just handed to her. Yeah. She didn't stand on the shoulders of other fucking people to get what she wanted. She put the fucking work in.
Yeah. I want to see a bit more kind of level-headedness going into the next episodes.
Yeah. They
Because
got me.
I'm there for it because of the dynamic between her and Bruce.
Hmm.
And that fight was fucking sick.
They got me for 2. If they don't improve in 2 more fucking episodes, I'd do what I did with what's his face, Miss Marvel. I stop watching. I'll wait until it ends, and I'll watch that last episode for the fucking stinger, and then that's it. Because that's all I'm watching it for, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is the impact on the movies.
Well, for me, I want to see what the Sicarian connection is.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people are saying that it's because, like, Hulk blew someone's back out and has a kid on Sakaar.
Yeah.
So I want to see how that sort of pans out and how they kind of connect it. Is the Grandmaster back? Because they did cut him out of Thor,
Mm-hmm.
Love and Thunder. And I want to make sure that Hulk is actually treated properly. So I'll watch the whole thing. I don't mind coming back and just telling you guys like how I kind of felt about it. And overall, like I think there was a lot more done that was strong, but there's a couple of points there where it was a bit too heavy.
Mm.
Like it was a bit too women's-plainy. And I
Feminist
don't
propaganda.
mind a woman's perspective at all.
I don't mind that at all.
Mate, I'm here for it.
We've said how many times that Ripley is the best written character, man or woman, ever. Right? And the way that you do that is you just write for the character. You don't write for it's a character that's a man or a character that's a woman. It's you write for the fucking character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's like a real reflection of the female experience. And I know that's wild coming from like a male. But if we look at other shows or other movies that do show the female perspective, it's not that.
I've seen like videos of women talking about this on the street. Actual women. Not a Hollywood star or someone like that who views like, who actually looks at the world through like, their screen essentially, because they don't live in the real world.
Yeah.
I've seen real women talk about it. And real women say if they're not getting fucking catcalled and all that sort of stuff, they think that they're fucking ugly.
See, that's wild.
This is from real women. Yeah. It's weird. Some women want it, some women don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I just wouldn't.
For me, I don't like. I'd prefer to sit down with you or walk up to you and have an actual conversation with you.
Yeah, it's a bit too aggressive for my liking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna yell like "Hey yo" across the street. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. See, I would joke
don't
about
get
that
my
stuff.
I don't like the rest of the
never
people.
do it.
Yeah, the rest of the people on the street don't need to know about my fucking business. I'm coming to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also not the O to just like straight walk up.
Yeah, but if you like, if you catch eyes or something,
yeah,
you get the signs and whatnot.
I'm more the chance encounter, like the book drops and you both reach for it.
Jesus.
Hey,
fucking notebook over here.
Exclusively in the library.
I've been on a steady diet of rom-coms, my friends. But I'm here for it. You got me for the full 12. Pause.
You got me for 3. If you don't improve in 3, that's it. You're out of there.
The Stinger also confirmed that Captain America fucks. Lost his virginity in the war there. Yeah. That's that was a wrap on the episode, really.
Yeah. Are we forgetting that Captain America went back in time?
What do you mean?
Like, are we forgetting that he actually went back in time? He could have actually met Peggy, knocked boots. Like, how does that not happen?
By the end of Endgame, when he runs through that door, of course he was laying the pipe.
Yeah.
That dance only lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he had another 30-second horizontal mambo, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And then it was done.
Yeah.
But that's a
No,
wrap.
that you know that I had the shield on him and called himself Clapton America.
Just playing Layla in the background. Something I brought back from the future, baby.
I like to wear the mask during.
Jesus.
You reckon Captain America ever got a sponsorship deal for condoms?
Yeah, man. It's a big old shield on the tip of your dick, as if they're not going to fucking do that.
The actual wrapping would have been perfect for, you know.
Stay protected. Also, just on that, watched all 10 episodes of Sandman, and that shit was alright. I didn't mind that
snap.
shit. Yeah.
Are you ready for the surprise episode that dropped there?
There's a surprise episode?
My man. There's an animated one that's almost rotoscopic. Because the O that did Undone, which I'm a big fan of, did that shit. And then there's a live action one. So they got you for 2 more, my friend. But it's surprise drops. So,
nice.
Enjoy that.
Also, just on a side note, part of the Twitch chat said America's ass definitely got sponsored.
Who was that?
That was Dardmore. That's Matt. And Wayne said the Redeem team was LeBron, Hoodie Mello, Dwayne Wade, Darren Williams, Jason Kidd, and Chris Bosh.
You
got Mello in there. That's my man's.
Yeah.
And it's Hoodie Mello as well.
They're killing everyone. That's like, that's so good, man. All right. That is a wrap. Thank you so much for listening. Twitch, YouTube, tuned in live. This is more like the sketchbook version because tomorrow, like, people's going to get the edited down, concentrated dose of smoke. Know what I mean? We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Tune in live or catch us on the Monday with our thoughts on House of the Dragon. That is dropping. First episode of C is also dropping.
Oh, shit, it is too.
Yeah.
26th.
Yep. I'm there for it. I'm not too sure what else is coming out, but
that Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg movie will be out. 26th.
Me Time. Me Time's also dropping.
As well. Yeah.
Nice. A lot of shit coming out.
Yeah.
So if you haven't subscribed, do that shit now. Keep us on your rotation because we're always putting out new content every week. And love yourself. Love movies.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.